Fill up the engine, let's hit the road. Pushing limits, we're out of control. Simulating speed, gripping the wheel tight. Sim racing's the game, gonna own the night. In the SImpit, we're ready to slay. Revving the virtual engine, we're here to play. Dodging crashes, blazing through the pack. Sim racing's our drug, we'll never look back. Virtual velocity, adrenaline's high. Sim racing addiction, we'll reach for the sky in the SImpit. We'll conquer the track, push the limits, ain't no turning back. Virtual velocity, adrenaline's high. Sim racing addiction, we'll reach for the sky in the SImpit. We'll conquer the track, push the limits, ain't no turning back. Welcome to the SImpit where the engines roar. Sean's bald-headed pride, always wanting more. Amir's got the skills, hair flowing free. On the racetrack, he's the one to see. Sean's pushing hard, living on the edge. But every single time he falls off the ledge, frustration's building, can't handle the heat. Amir's calm and steady, never faces defeat. In the SImpit, the battle goes on. Sean breaks Amir, but Amir's too strong. Sean stands out, frustration reigns. Amir stands tall, he's the king of the lanes. Sean's in the cockpit, eyes full of flame, dreaming of the victory, playing the game. But Amir's got the focus, the heart of a lion. On the track, every move perfectly aligned. Sean tries to take him, pushing to the brink, but with every move, he starts to sink. Crashing out, spinning, losing control. Amir's dominance, taking its toll. In the SImpit, the battle goes on. Sean versus...
Only because of you, Tom. Only because of you. You said you did not enjoy the timer. I was gonna keep it on. But no. But here we are, guys. We are back, and we are officially starting our league racing. We're doing round 1 at Algarve International Circuit, and it's a fun track to drive. I'm not used to driving it in these low cars because it's really hard to see over the hills. So you go into quite a bit of blind corners when you're going up the hills and you're trying to turn. So, but so far the track is fun. We haven't really started racing, but I do expect some things to happen. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Tom Jones. But yeah, everybody that's here: Callum, Tom, Capzor, SImpit. It's sim, like for simulation short, and the pit, like SImpit. That's what it means, Capzor. Like you're in the pit of the simulations. But yeah, we've got 30 minutes of practice left. I think I was sitting in 5th place in practice, I think, when I was... Or now I've been dropped down to 6th place. Alright, so I gotta get back out on track and do that. Entertain you, please. I will try my best, Callum. Or Tom, I will try. We'll see how good we can race it. I've done a little bit of practice this morning. So we'll see. Yeah, I'm gonna get back out on track. I'm gonna try to entertain you, Tom, with my driving style. Hopefully I don't spin out. Hopefully I don't crash. Because earlier I took out Carl. And let's try not to take out any more people. Make sure we got someone coming up behind us. All this. You want to churn? You want to riot on turn 1? I'm sure you're going to see a lot of riots on turn 1. Believe me, man. The track is pretty hot, so the car is very slippy. So we'll see what we can do to maintain the car. We've got to wait at least 3 laps before the tires are fully warmed up, before we can actually start pushing. Or this car is just going to drive off into oblivion because it's got a lot of fast corners. And if you don't brake just right, you're just going to either spin out or go into oblivion. Like right there, I got on the fuel a little too quick. Just another way to heat up my tires, that's all. Joa will be the one to watch out for because this is his home track, his virtual home track. And he loves this track. That's what I'm trying to do, Tom. I'm trying to heat him up. So right there, even like right there going full out, it's a little slippery still. This is the boring part, the long straightaway. Now, Algarve is Portuguese, Tom. Because Joa's family is Portuguese. Like, see, I've got to still lift a little bit. Algarve. Or Algarve. Well, good job using your eyeballs there, Callum. It's about time you used them. So far, my Achilles heel has been this corner right here. I've just not been able to nail it quite right. I'm losing a lot of time in that last corner. Alright, so how many drivers we got so far? We got 20 drivers so far that have showed up. That's an off track. A little too deep into that corner. I need you to just brake bias real quick. That was a great turn into that corner. All right, much better go into that corner. Oh, we can push down to 7th. All right, we're gonna have to fix that. Hello, Tom. How are you doing, Tom? At work and bored. I'm sorry you're bored, buddy. I'll try to keep you entertained as much as I can. Oh man, getting pushed down to 8th. Oh, Aldous finally put in a good lap. Whoa. Okay, well I appreciate you being with us, Tom. I know I'm not the most entertaining sim racing guy, but I'll try to be. Oh yeah, the race room stuff. Whoa! Right there. That's the mistake right there.
You cut that corner and got a slow down penalty.
That's okay, not bad for the tires. Alright, let's see. Let's see something I can do. Alright, let's try this. You can do that in the rally. Well, normally when if the track wasn't hot. What's that? I remember coming out of the pits. Hey, Heiko, Star Fox! American Truck Simulator? Hey, buddy. How you doing, Star Fox, man? Hope you're doing all right. All right. A little too deep there. Oh, almost got it. You know, Callum, yeah, I could care less for rain. I've said it many times. I could care less for it. Oh, somebody spun out. Yeah, you need a little bit of a woman that has a bad streak to her, Callum. It is Portimao, yep. It is, man. I love this track. Super, super fun track. Oh, that's an off track. Messed up the... $36.2, god damn. And I'm looking to be hitting 37s. I know they were doing some updates to the dirt stuff. Alright, that's qualifying. Alright, gonna take a little bit of fuel out. Alright. Yep, free for all practice. Yep. Just keep chat to the minimum, please. Nope. Actually, let me add a little bit more. Yo. Oh, I know. Oh. Thanks, buddy. Alright. Hit our apexes. Let's nail all our apexes. Let's make sure we give the car. It does, man. I wish I could. Yeah. That's what they should have named GT4 Revival. Instead of naming it Project Motorsport, name it Apex Legends. Oh, definitely for sure, Star Fox. I mean, we'll see. All right, that was a 137.0. All right, we'll take that. We'll take that. wheel spin. Star Fox. Oh, I heard you, Heiko. Yeah. I'm just trying to stay quiet in the chat, Discord chat, let people concentrate. I mean, Shaw's got to be here, Star Fox. Alright, that moves us up to 4th. Alright, 4th place. Ah, missed apex there. It's gonna be close. No, 36.8. Alright. I don't know. I don't think we're gonna have enough time to do
Go ahead and
another
take it
lap.
now.
I know. Oh, that's funny, Star Fox. Yep.
Shield up.
Alright, so 4th place. Unofficially. Alright. Let's load our setup. Alright. 10 seconds, 5 seconds. 5 seconds to go. Where are we still? Still sitting 4th place. Joa, man. Joa's just killing it. Oh, there's a spin right there. Alright. Sean. I mean, you're not lying there, Star Fox. You're pretty accurate there, man. Alright, here we go. Just waiting for everybody to finish. So where are we sitting at? So, alright. So far we got Neil McDougal. Ooh, Neil ran up into 1st place, followed by Joe Antonio. Tim Rupp is in 3rd. He's a pro, not an amateur. Then me, and then we got Andrew Slizen. So that's it for the amateurs, or for the pros. Oh, Aldous got me in the last second. Oh, damn you, Aldous. Alright, so going into the amateurs, so we got Lamb is in 1st, followed by Wout Van Morik, then by Abdul Rauf, and then Joseph Spacek. Oh, yeah, he's so dedicated, man, for sure. Alright. Oh, you can probably get a lot of... not for an R9. Pff, you can't get anything for an R9, man. Alright. Well, while we're waiting, I'm just gonna do a quick bathroom. I'll be right back.
Damn, Neil, why are you trying to put me out there like that? Sorry, innit?
So you guys were talking about bathrooms. I had to go to the bathroom. Hey guys, just so you're tracking, Tim Rupp is a pro, so if you see him far up there, it's not, he was upgraded to a pro. So for amateurs, if you see him driving, just let him by, please.
We couldn't hear you, Amir.
Oh, you guys couldn't hear me in the chat? Oh, that's weird. Oh, okay, so just letting you guys know that Tim Rupp's, he's actually a pro, not an amateur. Even though it says on the relatives that he is. I just forgot to upgrade him in the game. Yeah. Alright. Alright, let's grid up. Alright. Yep, good luck everybody.
The estimated strength of field is 1,940. Green flag, green flag.
Oh, somebody got a monster start behind me.
Alright, you're on the left.
What shit?
You've got wheel damage. Looks like your car is towed. You'll need to go back to pit lane. Press and hold the reset button and we'll come and get you.
Oh, that's great. I mean, it's still drivable. Oh, I got dive bomb from hell. Oh, my steering wheel is bent. Right? What's up, Doug? Let's see how far I can drive this car. Oh, it's something.
Batista, you're flashing.
Oh, that was an AI controlled ballistic missile. At least we're not last. Oh, thank you, Ola. Oh, this car is not easy to drive. It seems like I'm driving the steering wheel is kind of like this right now. Oh my gosh. I don't know, Tom, you might know some. spit some out that you think you know. Oh, I gotta drive like this for 28 minutes. Let's see if the car even gets repaired. Yeah, exactly, Star. Close, Callum, 21 years.
Slow car ahead. Go left. Go left. There's an incident ahead.
Oh. Woo. I lost time to Johnny because of that. Yeah, I got four more months, Callum. Four
Hey,
more
Lamb, I
months.
was about to tell you your tire was loose when I spun.
That is true, Tom Jones. That is 100% a fact. Jeez, it's so hard to drive this thing right now. What? That was a mandatory? I got DQ'd for not coming to the flags because of my freaking damage. The car drives just fine. What the hell? No. No. That's so stupid. Oh, it's so... it's all good. I mean, my race was effed anyway, so... I am. That's what I'm about to switch to, so I will talk to you guys after the race. I did not wreck out, but all right, you guys have fun. I'll catch y'all later. All right, so yes, Star Fox, I got DQ'd for driving around with damage, even though the only thing that was wrong was the steering wheel was bent like 15 degrees. Hey, I do everything for you guys. Alright, so let us go back. Let's go back and watch our incident. Let's see what happened. See, I was actually driving pretty easily in the 36s. All right. Oh, that's qualifying. Never mind. Oh. Yeah, that's what I'm about to go back to. Let's look at turn 1. All right. Let's see. So here I am right here. Ooh. Oh, this guy just like goes in. I don't know. It's hard to see right there. Let's go into cockpit or rear chase. So there you go. He's all the way. Let's see. Yeah, I just dive bombs right there and boom. Yeah. Cause you see me going into the turn and let's see. Bar chase. And that was, yeah, Tom, that was a little bit of netcode. That was a little bit of netcode. Mike Hunt hurts. Yeah. All right. So we see right. So somebody got hit here, also. And I think that's probably why this guy avoided. If he did it, he would have been okay. But this guy right here was spinning after getting hit. So I think that was what happened. Yeah. I know. Yeah. It's. Yeah, but right here you see like this guy spins out, and I think that's what happens. This driver right here, he tries to avoid the incident, goes out to the outside, and there's me right there. So, all right. Sorry, let's go to actual official race. Let's put it on most exciting. Yeah, there wasn't really much that could be done, man. Alright, so here we go. Yeah, I'll take a look at it later. Just right now, I want to get back to the action with these guys. So, alright, so here we are. We're following with Nick Batista. Nick Batista, he is fighting with Ola. Well, not really fighting because Ola's a pro. And then right behind him, you got John Casey. Let's go see what we got further up the field. Because right now we got Joa leading the race, and right behind him is Neil McDougall, and he's fallen pretty close by. Then a little past that is Aldous Pudaquist. And right now it looks like they're kind of holding station. Nothing's really going up. Neil might be catching him a little by little, but that last lap, because Joa put in a 1:36.7, followed by Neil McDougall, who put in a 37.4. And Aldous put in his quickest lap so far of a 1:36.8. So he's catching Neil. He's not catching. But something right there, something happened. Something happened where Neil is now catching up to Joa. Is Nick related? He might be. I don't know. We got to ask him. Right there. It looks like Neil is catching him little by little. He's holding on. And then right behind them is Aldous Pudaquist, followed by Tim Rupp. So Tim Rupp is one of our newcomers to our league. Then followed by that, we got Andrew Slizen in 5th place, James Dowling 6th, Chuck Labano 7th, with Ken Nickel in 8th, and then Johnny Alford 9th. There we go. So here we go. Neil is right behind Joa. Is he going to be able to make a move down this straight? I believe Neil is running a lot less swing than Joa. So he might be able to get the pass on him down the straight. We'll see. We'll see if Joa will just let him by or will give him a little bit of a fight. Let's see. He's in that draft. I don't know if he's going to have enough. But he's catching him. Nope, not enough right there. Not enough for Neil to catch up. But Neil's all over. Neil's all over the back end of Joa. There you go. There's Neil. Neil's right on the back. Nope, he doesn't have enough space. But he's all over. He's going left. He's going right. He's making sure he's filling up all of Joe Antonio's mirrors. And right there, you got Aldous lurking in the background. Maybe he's saving his tires. He doesn't want to burn them up too much like how Neil is, because Neil will probably burn up his tires a little bit more than Joa. There we go, coming up the hill. This is one of my favorite corners, going up this hill right here. Going up that blind double right-hand corner. Let's see, Neil's a little bit closer. There you go. That's the thing though, like Joa's running a little bit more wing than what Neil is, so that's going to give him better, better cornering. But Neil's got a little bit of swing that's going to help him down the straight, and he's quite a bit closer here. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be enough for him to catch up and pass Joa. Let's see, what was that? So yeah, both of them did 137.3s. And Neil could just be hanging back right now. He just, saving his fuel, staying tucked in behind Joa. Let Joa burn up all of his fuel. And Neil just using that draft to save fuel. Here we go. Alright. Let's see what else we got going out on track. We'll move it to most exciting so we can always stay with the action. And here we go. We're back with Nick Batista. He just passed Ola. And right now he is trying to catch up too. But here we go. We're back with Joe again. So this fight is heating up. According to iRacing's director. So this is where, like, what do you do if you're in Joa's case? Do you sit here and try to stay in front of Neil and burn up that fuel? Or do you just let Neil through and then you start saving your gas? Alright, we're back with Ola. Ola, he's got Nick Batista in front of him with Brandon Carl right behind. Carl locks up his brakes. And we switch back. We smash back to Joa. So yeah, for me in this case, I don't know. Because I think Joa is a lot quicker going into the corners. Neil is a lot quicker on the straights. I don't know. I don't know if I would let Neil through and just save gas and behind Neil. Because Neil here is he's still tucked in behind. He's not trying to make any passes. You're just staying behind him. It's still a little too early in the race to really make any moves. And they're pulling away from everybody else. So it's not like Joa's holding up the field. All he's got is Neil McDougall behind him, and then he's got Aldous Pudequist a couple seconds back, 3.5 seconds back. Because the next runner-ups, you got Tim Rupp. Tim Rupp's about 6 seconds, followed by Slizen, who is 9 seconds back. Alright, so here we go. The action's moved over to Chuck Labano with his colorful rainbow livery. And he's sitting there fighting with Ken Nickel, and right behind him is Johnny Alford. Ooh, Johnny takes a little bit of the gravel right there. Trying to maximize that track. There you go. Because Alfred was involved in a little bit of those incidents from early on lap 1. So he's slowly coming back up the field. I don't think he got as much damage. Here we go. Still, whoops, we move back again. I don't know. Come on, iRacing Director. Do a better job. This isn't really that exciting. There's not that much closeness between them. Oh, I heard Discord. Something happened in Discord. I heard somebody screaming. Ah, something happened. There you go, back with this fight. There you go, Neil putting in the fastest lap of the race with a 36.3. So, he's just using that draft. He's not really trying to attack Joa. Yeah. Because you see it a little bit. He loses it coming out of the corners just a little bit because he doesn't have that much downforce on Joa. But then he gets it, he gets it back again with that less swing. All right. Neil's a little bit closer this time. He goes a little bit wider. But tucks right back in underneath Joa. Yo, Joa puts in the fastest lap of the race. But then Neil was right up on his diffuser. 36.2. Both of them did a 36.2. So Joa did a 36.79, followed by Neil McDougall, who did a 36.295. Both these guys are vets of the SImpit racing. We've had Neil, he's been racing with us for the past, I want to say 5-6 leagues. Joa's been racing with us for the past 7-8 years with us in the SImpit. And he's out there. He is sitting there trying hard to stay in front of Neil. But really good racing from both these guys, keeping it nice and clean. No one's really taking any big risks on anything. Joa hasn't really had to defend, and Neil hasn't really been trying to, pull any last-minute moves on Joa. He's just staying behind, bidding his time and waiting. Maybe hoping Joa will make a mistake so that way Neil can capitalize on it. But, if you've raced with us in the SImpit, Joa doesn't really make any mistakes. He's very, very... whoa, a little bit. As I say that, he gets a little bit of a slide coming out of that corner. I spoke a little too soon. And that allows Neil... Oh, Joa goes way wide. That is going to give Neil... Oh, Joa moves out. Lets Neil through. There you go. That is for the lead of the race. I think I jinxed him. I'm sorry, Joa. I didn't mean to jinx you. But here you go. Joa's coming back at him. What is Joa going to do? He hooks it out just a little bit, but tucks right back in. Oh, here comes. They're already up on the back markers. That Joa has to slow down just a little bit because of that back marker. I know, Sam. I know, Sir Jinx. Why aren't you racing with us, Sam? You should be out here racing with us. Here we go. Joa's... No, he's lost a little bit. So is that with Joa, is he just letting his tires cool down, or is he just coming back? Let him go just a little bit. But here we are. We're in the fight now with Ola, and right behind him is Carl again. I mean, these are, it's not really a fight because Ola is a pro driver, where you have Brandon Carl. Brandon Carl is an amateur driver. I don't think I have trading paints because I think all my paints are messed up. So pit window, it really depends, Callum. So it should be for anywhere from half the race. That's when people should start pitting. All right, we're gonna try to get the proper liveries for all these guys. Oh, got you, Sam. No worries, buddies. We got plenty of more racing going on too, man. So yeah, right now, what are they at? So the pit window should start opening up here, actually, in the next maybe 5 minutes. All right. So, and this track is very hot. So, here's what they're probably going to run to. People, their tires are going to start falling off. Or if they haven't already started falling off, because see right there, Joa locking up, going to the turn. So their tires are about starting to fall off. So what are they going to do? Are they going to go right in the middle of the race, put on some new shoes, fill up, or drive a little bit longer? You know, let those tires wear out a little bit more, but then they'll have fresher tires towards the end of the race. Because we have had some people pit already, I believe. Ooh, I hear people in Discord go, no, 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 no. But iRacing's not showing us that stuff. Yeah, keep it on this fight. Let's see what's going on with this fight right now. There we go. Now the paints are updating because that's showing Joa's proper paint scheme. There we go. We already got somebody going into the pits right there. We'll see once the timer pops up because it hasn't shown us yet who's come into the pits. There we go. So that was Aldous. Aldous came into the pits. So maybe that's what Aldous is trying to do. He's known his tires are gone. He's going to come in, pit, get some fresh tires on, and maybe try to do an undercut. We got some more pitters right there. Racing. So we still got Chuck Labano. Out there, we're back with Neil and Joa. There you go. That's the proper paint schemes right there. Yeah, Neil is getting a little bit of distance. Again, I don't know if Joa is just relaxing a little bit and trying to come back later on towards the race. Here we are up on board with Tim Rupp. He's not really fighting anybody. He's got Nick Batista, so Nick Batista should let him through. There you go. Whoa, Neil completely missed that corner. All right, here we are. We are with James Dowling, and right behind him is Ken Nickel. James Dowling always using that buzzing harness, that old Jordan paint scheme livery on all of his cars. And then he's got Ken in this almost the same kind of paint scheme, both running a yellow and black paint scheme. And it seems like James is always the benefactor of all the incidents that happens out on the races. Like, he's a good racer, he's a very hard racer, very hard on defending, but he's always like in the right place at the right time for most part, where he's always benefits from other people's misfortunes. Here we go. There's Ken. Ken makes that move over on James Dowling, where he makes the pass to move up into 4th place. There we go. Neil is just came into the pits. That gives Joa some free space. So we got Neil McDougall, Tim Rupp, Pete Lamb, Aldous Pudequist. They are in the pits. Aldous is just coming out of the pits now. He is, Phil. He is a giant wall. Like, if you don't try to be aggressive either, there's no getting past James. You really have to force him into making a mistake, which is I spoke. That's Nickel. Nickel just spins out in front of James. Yeah, like if you don't put the pressure on James Dowling, he's not gonna budge. You're gonna be stuck behind him all race. So you've really got to pressure James really, really hard to get past him. All right, here we are, right back with Neil McDougall. And with that spin, Ken is like right in front of Neil McDougall. And I believe Neil's gonna be able to get him here on the straightaway. There we go. Ah, there you go. Ken goes into the pits. He probably thought his tires are done. It's time for him to come in. Joa is in the pits. I believe he's coming out right there. You see him? Ah, not enough to get in front of Neil. And actually, I believe Neil got some time over Joa on that one. Joa lost time in the pits. And here we go. We got Aldis crossing the start line right in front. I'm not sure who that driver was. John Casey. There we go. There we go. Nick moving over for James Dowling. Because here we go. Yeah, in our leagues, if you haven't really been watching our leagues, the pros and AMs are in their own separate class, and they have their own standings. So it doesn't matter where they finish overall. An amateur can finish in 10th place, but if he's the first amateur, he'll still be first place. So we tell our guys, if you're a pro and AM, you guys are not racing against each other. So whoever's the faster driver, just let them through and continue on with their race. So here you go. There we go. Ken catching up to the back of Ola Sargfist. There we go. We're back with Joa. And Joa has lost a lot of time to Neil. He is, let's see where he's at. He's 9 seconds behind. So I don't know if Joa overfueled the car. And that is a big, big gap to lose. Or if he made a mistake or something. There we go. There we go. Ken's right on the back of Ola. There we go. We're back. Joa, he's got... There we go. Yeah, he's got Tim Rupp behind him. Tim Rupp. So that's where I think something happened to Joa where that allowed Tim to catch up to him. There we go. But yeah, Neil's not really pulling too much away from Joa. So we'll see if Joa's going to be able to get his tires warmed up and start catching back up to Neil. But we still have Andrew Slizen, James Dowling, and Chuck Labano. They have not pitted yet. The pit window, they should have about 10 more minutes of fuel before they should come in for their pit stops. But it looks like these guys are going to run to the very end on these tires and then put on some fresh boots and hopefully gain some time that way. So there you go, James. James has now come into the pits. There we go. We got Neil making that pass over on Ola, but it's not for position. That is Neil passing, just lapping Ola right there. I run through. Tim is doing a really good job staying on the back of Joa. And then Joa, he put some time. There we go. We got Ken right back on the back of James Dowling. James the Wall Dowling. So let's see what Tim can do to see if he can pass James or if he's going to be stuck behind him for the rest of the race. There we go. A little bit of a lockup from James right there. I'm not sure how Ken was able to not get into the back of him right there, because that was very, very close from him. There we go. Oh, James spins out. Under the pressure of Nick, James spins out. And that's... So Ken gets that spot. All right, we're back with Chuck. Chuck Labano's right behind Andrew Slizen, while Slizen is in the pits. And now, Chuck is leading the race for now.
Johnny, do you need to change your pants too?
So he is the last person to not pit. Nope. No.
Go ahead, guys.
No.
Just not.
There we go. So that puts Neil, oh, there you go. Neil's right back on the back of Chuck Labano, who still hasn't pitted yet. Yes, if you guys are in chat, you guys are here chilling. I got disqualified from the race because I did not come in to fix my cars. So, yeah, we qualified in 4th or 5th place. And then turn 1, massive incident that took out a couple of cars. And here we are. Now we're doing color commentary for the race. There we go. There's Neil right there making that pass onto Chuck, and Chuck is still kind of not letting him through. Made it a little bit hard for Neil. And what does that do? There we go. And because of that, that allows Joa gains about a second on Neil because of that. Let's see, getting a bunch of messages. All right, no, I'm just checking our Discord, make sure. I was just like getting bombarded with Discord messages. All right, make sure we're all good. All right, back to the race. There we go. So Chuck finally comes into the pits. Look at that, we got Brandon Carl. We haven't seen really Brandon Carl all race. And he's sitting there being chased down by Peter Lamb. Let's see, Carl going a little wide right there. That allows Pete Lamb to catch up onto the back of Carl. Let's see what Pete can do coming out here onto the back. He's gonna have enough of a drop to make. Oh, Carl makes a little mistake, goes a little bit too much on the inside, and that's Carl. Carl's going to the pits, giving Peter Lamb this position right there. So as we are now, so here's our standing so far for the race as we're 40 minutes in with 20 minutes left. We got Neil McDougall in first with Joe Antonio in second, Tim Rupp in third, Aldous Pudequist in fourth place, Andrew Slizen in fifth. And then for our amateurs right now, we've got Pete Lamb, he is leading, followed by Brandon Carl, Abdullah Sheik, and then Nicholas Batista. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers that are out right now due to incidents that happened on the first lap of the race. There we go. We're getting a fight right now between Chuck Labano and Johnny Alford. Johnny's going on the outside. He's going to try to make that pass on the outside, and he does. As they go into, a little bit trading spots right there. Nice passing from Johnny Alford right there to take on that. Passing on the outside of Algarve. That's really cool. That's really hard to do on a track like this. There we go, and he's already pulling away from Chuck Labano. There you go, it puts a little bit of a gap. I think so far this is probably the most exciting thing we got going on out on track. There we go. Oh, we've moved over to Joa. Where he's still trying to put some distance between him and Tim Rupp. And they're finally catching up to Nick Batista, who's an amateur driver. Go. Joa should be able to get him coming out of this corner. And yeah.
Go ahead, guys.
Nick gives him the space to move in. Nice job from an amateur drivers. There you go. So there you go. So you got Joa, Tim Rupp, and Oldest right behind. Oldest is catching back up to this fight. So it makes me wonder, since Joa came out in front of Oldest, this was kind of the same gap that was between Joa and Oldest. But for Neil to come out so much further ahead, I wonder if Neil underfueled. Because right now you got Neil and Joa, they're running 137s, but you got Tim and Oldest are running 136s. And we've only got a little over 15 minutes of racing left. No, so far, yes, they are, Calm. They are, yeah. Same like in most open wheel racing. Yeah, all open wheel racing where you fuel and change tires at the same time. Whoa, saw a little bit of smoke coming out of the tires of Nick right there. There you go. So like, yeah, Oldest should be able to not Oldest, but Andrew should be able to pass him here pretty good. There we go. Andrus makes that pass. Anyway, Andrus from Team Kingsman Racing. Alright, now we're back with Joa and Tim Rupp again. So that last lap, so Joe was about 200th of a second quicker than Neil. But the gap is still not changing. They're both kind of exchanging laps. So it's not really... Yeah, Joe is not really catching up to Neil. Neil just, at this point, running away with it. You know, with his 9-second lead with 15 minutes left to go. I think this is really just Neil's race to lose now. we go. Looks like Joe's put some time onto Tim Rupp. What's the time gone up? So, yeah, Joe is about 1.7 seconds ahead of Tim Rupp, so Tim's not going to be able to have the benefit of the draft anymore. But he's got Aldis. Aldis is catching up behind him. He's less than a second behind. And Aldis is a very quick driver. I'm surprised he's actually not up front. So we'll see how this battle is going to develop between Tim and Aldis. Aldis caught him very, very quick. And Joe is up to 1.9 on Tim. So, and then Aldis is 0.2. Look at it right there. Aldis just gives a little bit of a look on the inside. So there's not really much he can do in the next series of corners right here. He's gonna have to get him on the straight right after the back of this. Ooh, Aldis goes a little wide. Makes a little of a mistake and loses all that time that he gained. There we go. That gap now between Tim and Aldis now has gone up to 1.2 seconds. So let's see, 1.4. There we go. That's... I'm trying to looking over so I can see the relatives. That's why I'm like looking this way so I can see the time relatives. But all this is caught back up. He's half a second behind Tim. He doesn't have enough space right here on this down this straightaway to do anything. He's gonna have to wait until the next couple of corners to do anything about passing Tim Rupp. So far, Tim Rupp, he's been putting up a nice defense on all this. He's not like, but he's right there. Yeah, so right there, better entry from Aldis, where he catches up. He's back down to half a second behind Tim Rupp. Let's see if he's gonna be able to catch up some more through the next series of corners to set him up to the front straight. Catching back up. Yeah, dodge, duck, dib, dive, dodge. The 5 rules of dodgeball. Oh, Aldis makes that move. What's gonna happen? Ooh, hoo, hoo. But then you got Tim Rupp. He closes that window. There we go. Oh, a little bit of a wheel spin that allows Aldis through. Just that little bit of a mistake that allows Aldis through and up into 3rd place. So Aldis, who started. Oh, a mistake right there from Aldis, locking up his brakes. But Tim is still right behind. So Tim, he's got a little bit of better cornering, goes a little bit wide there compared to Aldis. There we go. Tim is still stuck in behind. He's still continuing that fight. And that's still letting Joa run away. So there we go. Tim is still right back up on the tail of Aldis. If I was him right here, I'd just tuck right in and try to get him through the draft. Aldis makes another mistake, locking up his brakes. Right there, makes another mistake. That allows Tim to catch right back up. He goes up on the inside. Nope, he goes back behind. But now he should have that draft. He should have that draft right now to make that pass on Aldous. Let's see what's going to happen here. Tim is tucked right back in, but I don't know if Tim's got the speed. No, it doesn't look like he has the speed to do anything to Aldous. Yeah, I believe like... Oh, Tim goes way wide. I know that gave him an incident point right there. Maybe a slowdown. Again, here we go. Nice fight right now going on between Aldous and Tim Rupp. Oh, leather lockup by Aldous. Here we... Oh, yeah, Tim is not giving up that fight. There you go. Oh, they're gonna have to slow down a little bit for this amateur back marker. That was Tim. All right, let's see what's gonna happen here. All this could probably use the draft of the amateur. There we go. Oh, another lockup that allows Tim to catch up. He goes out wide. He wants to stay behind that draft. He's much, much closer to Aldous now. All right, what is Tim? Is Tim gonna try to go for that move? Nope, he tucks right back in. He's gonna wait for the last minute. Nope, he doesn't. I believe Aldous has got a little bit more speed. I believe Aldous is running a little bit. Oh no, Tim makes a spin. Tim has a little bit of a spin. And that allows Andrew Slizen through to take 4th place. So now he lost 2 positions, you know, in the last 2 laps. All right, now that opens up Aldous to battle with Joa. Oh, somebody came into the pits. Johnny Alford came into the pits with about 7-8 seconds left to go. Yeah, a little bit of a drift there, Callum. That was a little bit of a drift. Okay, you're gonna roast me? All right. I mean, you can roast me here. Fun with German names. I know Tim is German. I mean, do I say Rupp or Roop? Or, how do you want me to say it?
Cheers, Neil. Pass left.
All right, so we got Johnny Alford now. He is fighting with Ken Nickel.
Thank you.
I mean, if only you pronounced their names the English way, I wouldn't have any problems, and I'd be roasting you instead. Just saying. There we go. Now we got this battle going on between Ken Nickel and Johnny Alford. Johnny is tucked right on the inside. Why do we move? There's not really a battle going on here. There we go. Here we go. Does Johnny have enough speed to make that move on Ken Nickel? Nah, he's close, just not enough speed. Ooh, that was
Let's go.
a little bit right there. Let's see if Johnny's got the speed right here. Oh, there you go. Johnny going. Nope, he decides against it. He just showing Ken right there. Is like, hey, I'm right there. It's hard, Heiko. I gotta do like the Spanish U. I gotta do the Arabic U. The Japanese U. I can only learn so many U's. Yeah, I'm speaking. Yeah, I've been speaking with him, Callum. But Sean's move is going pretty well right now. He's in the middle of rebuilding the studio. So I'm hoping sometime next week or the week after he'll be back. And then in a couple months it'll be me moving. So, yeah. There we go. Johnny goes on the inside of that battle. But now we're back to Joa, who's not really fighting anybody. He's got Ola, who's a back marker, and right behind him is Aldous. So thank you, our racing director, for taking us away from the fight of Johnny. There we go. Yep. Ola does the right thing. Allows Joe Antonio through. See, Callum, that's what I was doing, but then Heiko wants to roast me for not pronouncing the German names the right way. I mean, the only German name I can pronounce right is Schumacher. Not Schumacher. Schumacher. That's the only one I could do right, because it's the most important name in all of Germany. Whoa! Oh, this... Oh, hits that little curb slashes, gets some little... somehow he was able to keep that car on track. I'm pretty sure that woke him up a little bit. And that scared Ola that was right behind him. Oh, here we go. Johnny going for that on the outside again. He's trying to do that move on the outside, but doesn't work this time. Doesn't have enough room. But here he goes. Now he's got the inside. He tucks right behind Ken. Is he going to pull out or is he going to wait? Yep, he is going to wait. So now he's going to have... Oh, there he goes. What does he do? Still on the inside. But now he's going to be able to get that draft to make that pass on Ken. Nah, Michael Schumacher. Oh, there you go. Ken is battling. Oh, trying to break that draft. I'm a little upset, though, that Mick hasn't really gotten a fair shot in Formula 1, though. Like, he had Haas, which was the most terrible car on the whole entire grid. Yeah, I know Kevin Magnussen kind of beat him in the first half of the race, but then Mick came back and was starting to beat Kevin Magnussen. But I think between Ralph and Steiner, I'm just messing with you, Heiko. But yeah, anyways, I think Mick should get like a fair shot in Formula 1. He was kind of thrown in as a rookie with nobody to lead him, nobody to kind of help him grow. All he really had was Mazepin in this first season. You know, that guy. But he's doing really well in WEC right now with Alpine. He was able to get a podium in the last race. He's consistently the better of his teammates in the car that he's in. I don't know. So maybe he might get picked up by Audi. I haven't heard anything yet. Audi did say they'll have some announcement next week or so about who's going to be their next driver to be with Hulkenberg. There we go. Neil crosses that finish line. Takes him up into he wins. Let's see. There we go. Amateurs. Joe Antonio coming in second place. followed by Oldest Pudequist in third. Ola's a lap down. Then you got old Andrew Slizen in fourth place. There we go. And Tim Rupp rounds out the top 5. Ooh. All right. But we still got this battle. Let's stay back with this battle right here. Oh, here we go. Johnny goes on the inside this time, but nope, he doesn't make it.
Hey, win, Neil.
There we go. Let's see what Johnny's gonna be able to do.
Cheers, Joe. I think I got lucky. You had that spin off coming out the pits, but I don't think I'd have stayed ahead.
There we
Yeah,
go. I think
we
Johnny's
would,
just gonna
yeah.
let that through.
Like wireless cutting out.
There we go. That is that battle done and dusted. Yeah, so let's look at it. Let's look at our final results from the race. So pulling up in first place, we have Neil McDougall, who won by over 9 seconds over on Joe Antonio, who came in second place, followed by Uldis Pudequist, who fought back after the first couple of incidents, followed by Andrew Slizen, Tim Rupp, Chuck Labano, James Dowling in 7th place, with Peter Lamb in 8th. Well, actually, Pete Lamb is the winner of the amateurs, followed by Ken Nickel, Johnny Alford. Then we got Carl, who finished in 2nd place for the amateurs. Ola. Then we got Usman Sheikh, Nick Batista, John Casey, me, Joseph Spacek, Wout Van Morik, Abdullah Ralph, and Travis Fleming. That's right, they're all winners, Callum. They're all winners because they're participating in the league. So yeah, congrats to everybody that did that race with us. I'm just gonna have to come back stronger next race, actually do some practice. Put this race behind me and move on. But anyways, guys, yeah, I am going to end the stream here. So I hope you guys had fun watching. And then I should be back, I believe on Friday. Friday, I should be doing the pit stop again, and then followed by our race that is going to happen next Sunday. So next race, we're going to be at Imola. So yeah, guys. So anybody who's here, thank you for watching, and we'll catch y'all later. Bye.